Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my January favorites, and I have to tell you guys, I have not been this excited for a favorites video in a very long time. I feel like some months I'm like scraping together favorites. I'm like, yeah, I really like this product, I used it a lot, but I never have this many that I absolutely love and that I'm absolutely so excited to share with you guys today. I'm sorry if you can hear my voice is a little bit like deeper and kind of nasally. I think I'm coming down with a cold. I've been like popping those vitamin C gummies like they're Tic Tacs. I mean, they taste like candy, so it's really not hard, but I'm trying to fight it, so fingers crossed I don't get sick. But I still wanted to film some videos for you guys, so if you hear my voice like this the next couple videos, that's why. Also, we are full glam today. Usually I don't go quite this crazy with the makeup, but I haven't worn makeup the past couple of days, so I was just really excited to kind of dive back in, and I just want to put it all on my face, so I did. So without further ado, let's hop into my January favorites. I scooched you guys in just a little bit closer and I adjusted the background a little bit because I felt like it was looking a little funky, so hopefully that's better. But yeah, I'm not going to go in any particular order because I kind of have products in every single category, so let's just dive right in. So the thing that's kind of on top and is jumping out at me is this foundation combo that I have not been able to stop wearing, you guys. I featured it in my glowy skin for combo skin video that lasts all day. I'll link that down below if you guys haven't seen that yet. You definitely should, because I shared a lot of really great tips in there on how to achieve a dewy finish on your skin if you have combo skin that lasts all day and doesn't turn into a grease ball mess. So those three foundations are the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation, and the Maybelline Superstay Foundation. So I feel like these three together are just a match made in heaven. I think the Flower Beauty Foundation is beautiful on its own, but the shade, as you guys can probably tell, is way too dark for me. So I have to mix it with something to lighten it up. Usually I would just mix it with my Maybelline Fit Me, and those two do mix really well together and create a beautiful combo. But I find that by adding a little bit of my Maybelline Superstay, I get an all-day wear and a little bit of extra coverage. So these are absolutely amazing together. Another foundation that I've been loving, but not as a foundation, is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick. So I bought this, I want to say a couple months ago. And I think I did like a little review on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it's always linked down below. I post there daily, so you should definitely check it out. But I picked up mine in the shade F2. It's a very creamy, full coverage stick. And I don't know. I don't think stick foundations are for me, but since this is in my collection, I'm trying to use it up. I put it in my project pan this year in efforts to use it up. But I have found that this month I love this stick for spot concealing. I had some really terrible breakouts, like right here. I had like matching pimples on both sides of my mouth. It was the strangest thing. But I found that nothing would cover them up except this. I would just kind of scroll my finger on the top, pat over my blemish, and then I would usually take either a brush or a sponge and just kind of blend out the edges, and I would be good to go all day. It didn't look too heavy on the blemish or out of place on the skin. I just think this works fantastic as a stick concealer. Next product I want to talk about is also in my project pan, and that is my Clinique Chubby Stick Highlighter. As you guys know, if you saw that video, the glowy skin for combo skin video, you guys know that I love just kind of applying this on the high points of my face, blending it out before I put on my foundation, and I just have a beautiful glow that lasts all day long. I didn't do that today because I was just trying out a bunch of different products, but so here's a swatch of it right there. As you guys can tell, it's just kind of a champagne-y highlighter shade. It doesn't look super special in the swatch, but I'm telling you, under your foundation, it just looks absolutely beautiful. The next cream product I want to spotlight is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Pinched. Oops, that's backwards. This is just a beautiful cream blush, you guys. I find that it works beautiful on its own, or it's a beautiful layering blush. This is kind of a peachy apricot-y shade. It's definitely the softest shade out of the bunch that they offer, but I love this, you guys. I find that it blends into my skin seamlessly, whether on top of foundation or under foundation, and it also works great over powder. So if you guys are looking for a drugstore blush, get this one. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm going through these kind of fast. I'm just trying to not talk too long on each because we have a ton of favorites and I don't want this video to be too long for you guys. So we might as well finish up with like the last glowy product in here, because I feel like that's all I've talked about because I've been obsessed with dewy skin. And that is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana Bronzer. And obviously, you guys, this is not a bronzer. This is not even close to being a bronzer. It's kind of a very soft, highlight-ish face powder. It just has kind of a nice creamy undertone. You guys probably aren't gonna be able to see that on my hand. But I find that this is so special when it's blended all over the face after you do your blush, your bronzer, your powder, all of that. When you just blend this really softly over the face and then set your face with setting spray, it gives the softest, most beautiful diffused glow. Just keeps your skin looking healthy throughout the day, not matte, not dry. I know a lot of us struggle with dryness throughout the winter, and I feel like this just brings the skin to life. It doesn't make you look dry or parched. It's a magic powder. It's like $6. I feel like everyone needs this. If you guys saw my what I got for Christmas-ish haul, I'll link that down below if you guys are interested. You saw that I got a new shade of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Before, I was just using the shade Light Bronze, but I recently picked up the shade Bronze, which is quite a bit more cool toned. It's definitely not like gray toned at all, but the light bronzer does lean a bit more warm toned. But I've been loving the more cool toned shade of this one so much. It still smells absolutely amazing. It still blends beautifully. I love the different shade. If you guys tried any other shades of the butter bronzers, I feel like while they have expanded the shade range, I feel like even I could pull off the deep bronzer if I used it very sparingly. So let me know, are these other shades worth checking out, even though I have more of a fair skin tone? Because in the summertime, I like to be bronzed, you guys. I pile on that bronzer because I don't tan. So bronzer is really the only way that I get any color in my skin in the summer. You guys, I have not been able to put down the shade Puppy Love in the Super Shock Shadows from ColourPop. I don't know what it is about the shade, but I'm obsessed with it, you guys. It doesn't really look like much in the pan, and you can't even tell in a swatch on camera. But it is like a creamy shade with the most beautiful, like, peachy sheen. Oh my goodness, it's stunning. I wish that they would bring this shade back because it's one of my absolute favorites. This one was kind of sold in collaboration with No Kill LA, which I'm a huge animal lover, if you guys didn't know. So I love supporting that collab every single time it comes around, which reminds me I need to buy the new Foursome, or at least some of those shades. I don't know if I'm going to buy the whole pack, but I want to at least buy some of them. But I've been obsessed with pairing this with a palette I'm going to talk about in a minute. I just pat this all over my lid, and it's the best, like, the best, like, 2-minute eye look for busy mornings. So you guys, I feel like this is kind of cheating because technically I have to use this palette. Well, I don't have to, but I want to use this palette so I can use it up. But I've been enjoying this so much, and that is my e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2 palette. If you guys didn't know, this is the palette that I'm trying to pan in 2019. Here's what she looks like so far. So you can tell there's no pan yet, but the year is still early. I've just been loving this for every day, you guys, and I'm so glad that I picked this palette because I knew that I would use it constantly for every day, and I didn't want to pick a palette that I would end up hating, and I feel like these are just the basic mattes that I use all the time, so I can't hate this palette. But I've been specifically loving kind of mixing this nice, like, pukey brown shade, this nice peachy shade, and then the salmon and the orange together, and I will just take that, fluff that through my crease, put a little bit of Puppy Love all over my lid, and then running out the door. I feel like it's not overly dramatic, but I also just feel like it's just enough to make me feel just a little bit more put together. So as you guys may or may not know, I bought the ColourPop She palette with intentions of depotting it because I wanted to make my own, like, Huda Beauty Nude dupe. But you guys, I have fallen in love with this palette so much. It's pretty much all I want to wear on my eyes. I have to force myself to use different things. It's just a beautiful, like, warm tone palette. I feel like this is a warm tone palette, but it's like a warm toned colorful palette because it has this beautiful peachy shade, the beautiful purple, this gorgeous, like, berry red shade, and then this stunning, like, salmon corally shade. It's beautiful, you guys. The shimmers are beautiful, the mattes are beautiful. It's ColourPop's same amazing formula, and I love it so much. I've done several looks with this on my Instagram. If you guys want to see some look inspo, definitely go check that out. But it is just, I love it so much, you guys. I'm so glad I didn't jump the gun and completely tear it apart and depot it because this is just, it's been one of my favorite palettes so far. Then I actually have another eyeshadow that I want to mention from ColourPop. It's one of their singles specifically. And this is just my empty magnetic palette that I tried to make the new Nude dupe for. You guys will have to tell me how I did. I know it's not perfect, but it's very reminiscent of the new Nude palette. But I'm specifically talking about the shade Thank You Next. So I have talked about this on my Instagram quite a lot because I can't stop wearing it. I can't stop raving about it. It is, oh my gosh. Oh, you guys can see that shift. Do you see that beautiful pink shift? Woo! This shade I feel like it's a little bit of a chunkier glitter formula than ColourPop's other shadows, but oh my goodness, it is so worth taking those couple extra steps to just build it up a bit because it is stunning on the lid. It adds so much dimension to your look, so much depth. It makes you look like you put a lot more effort in than you did. I love taking the She palette, kind of blending this peachy shade in my transition, blending this one in my crease, maybe a little warm brown action in there, and then just tossing this over the lid, and it looks like I spent so much longer on my eyeshadow than I actually did. I'm really getting into duochromes because I feel like that's what they do. They just make you look like you spent so much more time on your eyeshadow than you actually did, and they make you look they're just really cool. They add a really cool element to any kind of eye look. Alright guys, let's move on to lip products really quickly. I feel like there's a little bit of a theme here because both of these products have very similar appearances on my lips. And the first one is the Buxom Lip Balm in the shade Flush. I got this in a mini set. These are like regular full-size lip balms. Around Christmas time a couple months ago, and this one's actually in my project pan, but you guys, I have enjoyed reaching for this so much every single day. I feel like it just gives the lips like the most beautiful flush. I mean, it is called Flushed. I love just throwing this on an everyday basis. I feel like now that it's winter, since my lips are just a little bit drier, they're lacking hydration and they lack pigmentation too, I feel like they just kind of look gray. It makes me look dead, and I feel like just popping this on brings so much life back to my face. These are super comfortable. They're not the most moisturizing lip balms I've ever used, but I really don't mind because I think they just have beautiful colors on the lips. The other lippy I've been loving is the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in the shade Berry Healthy. That's what this is called, right? Yeah, Berry Healthy. These are so unique, you guys. These are a liquid lipstick, but they are so thin, and I feel like this one especially goes on a little bit sheer. It is just, oh my goodness, it's so stunning. I feel like this is just a deeper version of the lip balm. These are so comfortable on the lips. They feel moisturizing, they feel so lightweight, and I feel like they just wear beautifully on the lips. They're not the most long-lasting lipstick that I own, but they wear off in a way that is just so beautiful, and it never makes me look like I have like butthole lip or something going on. It's just, these are amazing. If you haven't tried them, seriously go to the drugstore. I think they're like $6. They're a steal of a deal. Grab a shade, try it out, you're gonna thank me later. And I'm sorry if the light is changing. The light outside is changing a lot, so just bear with me on that. I'm sorry if it's getting a little funky. So the last, at least makeup related items that I want to talk about are actually brushes, and I had 3 brush favorites this month. So the first one is the Wet n Wild crease brush. This came in their holiday kit that released last Christmas. And when I reviewed this kit, I kind of wrote this brush off, you guys. I was kind of like, it's not really my favorite. I don't really like it. It doesn't really buff out color that well. I feel like it's too floppy for the crease. But this has been so amazing for creating really great, just easy everyday eye looks. That one that I mentioned earlier, using my e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2 palette especially, I feel like I can just dip into all those shades with this brush and blend them into the crease in my outer corner, slap puppy level over the lid, and I'm out the door in 2 minutes flat. Okay, not 2 minutes flat, but you guys know what I mean. My eyeshadow is done in 2 minutes flat. This is just an amazing everyday eyeshadow brush. I also really love the e.l.f. blending brush. So this one is kind of a unique shape. It's in kind of the shape of a fan brush, but it's kind of chubby and dense. This works so amazing for cream contour, you guys, or cream bronzer. It also works great for cream blush. I was using this with my AVH contour kit very regularly for about 2.5 weeks, I would say. But I think my AVH contour kit is breaking me out, so I have to take a little break from that, let my skin recuperate, see if maybe it was just the stress of going back to school, and then we'll kind of resume with that, or else this would have been in my favorites video too, because I've really been loving that. The next brush I want to talk about is a brush from IT Cosmetics, and it's their dual-ended brush. I will insert the name on the screen right here, because I don't know what this is called. It doesn't have a label on it or anything, and honestly, I stole it from my mom, so I don't know what it was called. It just has kind of a nice fluffy brush on the end. It's dense, but it's still pretty flexible, and then it has a nice little like domed concealer brush on this end. But you guys, this has been my best friend for spot concealing. I love kind of either applying the concealer or really like targetedly blending it out with this end, and then I just kind of tap over it with the bigger, fluffier end to kind of blend it out and diffuse it even further. It just makes everything look so natural and blend out so beautifully. These two are a match made in heaven. They are so good. So the last 2 items I want to mention are actually hats. So this might be kind of a random thing to throw in here, but I love the cause and I really love these hats, so I wanted to mention it in this video. So these hats are from a company called Love Your Melon, and if you guys haven't heard of that company, they have an amazing philosophy. For every hat that you buy, they donate one to a kid who's experiencing, I believe it's pediatric cancer. And they go into these hospitals and they dress up like superheroes and they give out hats, and they do so much good, and I absolutely love supporting them because their hats are amazing quality, and I love the cause so much. So this first one that I have is just kind of a gray knit beanie with kind of this foil detailing right here. I wore it in a video like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. These are super comfortable, they're super soft, they fit on my head really well. I don't feel like it slides around all over the place. They have so many different colors, so many different styles. They have some that don't have this little flap, they have some with little pom-poms on top, and they just added like, what are they called, like spandex ones? I don't know, they're different, but go check out their website. They have a ton of varieties of beanies. But if you are not a beanie girl, check out their baseball caps. I just got this one for Christmas and I love it so much. I got mine in kind of this maroon color because I love this color so much. I can't stop wearing it or wearing it on my eyes. And I wanted to throw these into my favorites video because when I don't feel like doing my hair in the morning, this is what I throw on, or this one. Just depends on my outfit and what matches better, but these have just been so great to just throw on in the morning, or if I'm running out to go get food late at night or going grocery shopping or something, I just toss it on. I don't have to do my hair, it hides my eyebrows, and we're good to go. So that's actually gonna wrap it up, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry about my voice. I feel like it's getting worse and I still have another video to film, so fingers crossed it's not too bad and I can salvage this footage. But if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I post beauty videos 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I really hope you'll hit that subscribe button to join this little makeup crazy family that we have going on here. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know your favorites in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!